So if you're coming, I don't love to read, you have to, I don't know, find the love within you, express it.
Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Ohamwe, and as you can see, I have somebody right here with me. She's a very special guest. She wears a lot of hats. She's a software manager, among so many other things. And today she's sitting here as an exceptional, extraordinary dental. Stop pinching me.
Like that.
Student who recently graduated. So I'm having her here on today's video because I would like her to share some insights. We'll be sharing our experiences as dental students. And just in case you didn't know, I trained in University of Port Harcourt and she also trained in the University of Port Harcourt. So we'll be sharing our experiences as dental students, our regrets, our milestones, mistakes, and things we think every dental student in University of Port Harcourt should know, and of course dental students outside University of Port Harcourt but who are also in Nigeria. And even if you're not a dental student, I'm sure that there are things we are going to be sharing today that you can also learn from and practicalize in your own journey. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ifeoma Monica and I just recently graduated. Before graduating, I was a software project manager. I am still a software project manager.
Okay, so to get started, are there things that you know now that you have finished this dental school that you didn't know when you started and you feel like maybe if you had known them early enough, you would have maybe changed your trajectory or affected your journey in a more positive way?
Well, I feel like when you're starting school, you need guidance, and at first I didn't know that it was quite important. I think Jennifer has talked about it in one of her videos about mentorship. You might think that you don't need it and you don't like people. Like me, started with not liking people, but somehow you still need people. Even your classmates can be your mentors. They can be your mentee self. So I feel like you need guidance at the start. It helps, it eases the burden, it reduces stress. I also feel like you need a lot of support system, not just guidance. Like support system is you need to get someone that, or every single time have someone who can relate to your story. So that's where friendship comes in, and then family too. So I wish that I had all these things in mind. That's aside reading your book.
Okay, just like she's saying about guidance and all. Sometimes this guidance, they're not they don't have to be like really, really big people. They don't have to be like your lecturer. Some of them are actually your classmates. You know, when you're in a class, you know people who are good at a particular thing or good with a particular thing. You can always reach out to them to like put you through and show you how these things are meant to be done rather than struggling with it all by yourself. It eases the burden really because we all have our different strengths and weaknesses. So you can't
Yeah,
you don't want to like do everything
yourself.
all by yourself. So the next question I have for Ifeoma is for somebody who wants to study dentistry, dentistry is supposedly a 6 years course, right? Supposedly, because how many years did we spend?
8 years, I
We
guess.
spent 8 years. For somebody who is intending to study dentistry or someone who just started his or her journey into dental school, maybe we'll be wondering what skill do I need? Like, is there something exceptional I'm supposed to have as a dental student or as an intending dental student?
Well, I feel like you need resilience as a soft skill. There are a lot of things that you would not know, except you're artistic or you're born artistic. You're going to do so well in the clinical practice or in the practice part of dentistry. Anybody that has artistic sense usually has things easy for them.
Yeah.
But if you don't have, you need resilience. God favors people who work hard. That's what I'm saying.
True.
If you work hard at a thing, you keep practicing, you get closer to those who had artistic sense than you were when you started.
Yes.
Right? In dental school, you will need that as you're going. Every single
Resilience.
class, you need
Resilience.
resilience.
God.
You need not
Resilience.
just resilience, so you also need grace.
True. Very true.
Because you might be doing this thing and you'll be perfect at it. On the day you will need to do it for them to score you, you're going to fail at it. And you'll be wondering how it happened to you. Do you understand? And you'll be shocked. But I'm saying that you need resilience throughout dental school. You also need to put your ischia tuberosity on the chair.
Sit it down. Sit
Sit
it down.
down. God favors the hardworking. I was talking to a friend recently. There are people who come in here, they are smart. All of us are smart. All of us come for the 6 years course, put our forms. I don't know what made you come or what will make you come or what is keeping you here. But a lot of us came for different reasons. But what will keep you here and finish what you came for is, when I mean ischia tuberosity, for those who don't understand, your butt should be on the chair for at least 2 hours each day. I don't know how you want to do it, where you want to do it. You can do it in your room, you can do it in the classes, you can do TDB, that's till daybreak, you can do anything. But let your boss marry the chair for at least 2 hours. It can be more than 2 hours.
Guys,
But
see that
yeah,
resilience part? Because at some point you'd be like, what am I doing here? Who sent me? How did I get here? This is not
God,
what
I
I
beg.
planned for. Like you really get tight. It got to a point now, almost everybody in our class, they were falling sick, like week
December,
by week, week by week.
all
We
of
were
us fell sick.
exhausted, like everybody was tired. And because the training is vigorous, it's intense, and like some people used to think that when you tell people that dentistry is 6 years, like why will you be studying the tooth for 6 years? They don't understand that you're not studying the tooth, you're studying the human being.
That
Because
has a tooth.
exactly, you're not, when they used to tell us then, now who even said it again, that the only time you attend to a tooth as an entity is when that tooth walks into the dental clinic. So long as it's in somebody's mouth, you're going to be looking at this person holistically. So you cannot say, is it not just the teeth I'm learning about? And I feel like personally too, during my preclinicals then, me, I'll be like, this anatomy that I'm learning, thorax, abdomen, upper limb, lower limb, why? Why am I not just doing head and neck? Or even just head or jaw? Do you understand? Why do I have to do all these things? You come and do pathology, chemical pathology, anatomical pathology. Like, what has all this thing got to do with? But at the end of the day, you realize that all these things are interrelated. If you don't have a very good understanding, yes, if you don't have a good background. So this is especially for people who are about to start their anatomy, or people who are still in their year one, year two. Take it really serious. So when you're learning, when you're reading, you don't read in isolation. You don't say, this one is just for me to
The one
pass
that
this MD.
concerns me.
Let me just pass it and go. No, you're going to be looking at it from, these things are a part of, like,
Human.
yeah, exactly, like these different bits are a part of the whole stuff that I'm supposed to. I think we've been able to like talk about the parts where you need people to work with, and then you need to sit down and read. See,
Yeah.
sitting down and reading is really important. Prayer is important too. I pray. You can't do it without praying, because even the resilience we are talking about, sometimes even your own strength is going to fail you, so you need to like hold on to something, right? But you still need to work hard. Prayer is never going to take away the place of hard work in this journey. Some people are wondering, should I get involved in extracurricular activity? You've said that dentistry stuff requires resilience, requires you to be able to sit down and read. So should I get involved in extracurricular activities? So what do you think?
Well, I've never been a triangular student. All my classmates know this. At least if anybody's going to watch it, they will say this is the truth. I've never been a triangular student. When I mean triangular student, school, church, home, no, that's not me. I think I've been like rhomboid, more than 4 sides. I feel like it helps to distress you. You won't realize it. I used to love gisting. I love reading other books. I think another thing that helped me was that I love to read. It was not dentistry that motivated me to read ab initio. Like, I loved to read. So if you're coming, I don't love to read, you have to, I don't know, find the love within you, express it. She's laughing because she knows what I'm saying. You can't do any hard and fast road to it. It's either you love to read or you love to cram. You have to pick
And
one.
cramming is not sustainable.
And
It can only get you at a point,
point
at a time, but
at a
it's
time.
not something that.
But when the exams now come in bulk, you're going to get missing. So that's why you have to like to read. So for extracurricular activity, I like to read. I like to travel. Tech. That's another extracurricular activity I've been involved in.
Yeah, she's a tech.
I've been able to host a few events, been involved in a few events, been a member of a few tech communities. The thing is, extracurricular activity helps to distress you, form good relationships, involve yourself in physical activity, helps to increase brain power and strength, and gives you this idea that you're doing well. Read even when it doesn't concern your medical school. I know people will go for Viva or the oral exams will go for, and they ask them stuff like, did you watch the match
like
yesterday?
Current affairs or something that is just
Did you watch the
happening.
match yesterday? You're not involved. You need to be involved in the things happening around, even till diseases. You can go for an exam and they'll ask you about COVID, because that's what's happening currently in your world, in your state, in everywhere. Be concerned, be worried, know what's happening.
Yes, be worried.
Be worried. Be worried.
Yeah.
So apart from that, knowing what's happening around you, love to read wide and then get yourself involved. Distress. Dental school is a long road.
Is
It's a long road.
like it's a
Do you
very
know what
long journey.
Izeteka is? It's long.
Long journey. The road is long. Like for me, see this extracurricular one. I think I'm so big on it because
It helped you.
it helped me.
You're a testifier.
Like I can't do one thing for a long time, so I get bored easily. Now, for me in dental school, like I was able to become part of different things, like go for open mics, do poetry, outreaches, politics, guys. Just get involved, like, because some people go through school, especially people who are in the medical and dental field, like they feel like, oh, I'm just here to read. Of course you're here to read, but you have to do other things, because when you graduate, you're graduating as a human being. You're not just graduating as a doctor and then all you do every morning is wake up, see your patient, go back home. No, you need to build relationship, you need to build soft skills, you need to be able to interact with people who are outside of your field. So how do you do those things? Is by going out of your immediate circle, like doing things that make you happy. Develop your skills, build your skills. Do you get?
Yeah,
you
you love to play guitar,
exactly learn
keyboard. In fact, even when you don't love to and you like you finally learn, because in medical school I learned how to play badminton. I've never played it all my life. Learn how to do things you've not done before, bake, sew,
because
a lot of things. Just keep doing
and
things.
the sad part is that you know how, so for people of course that have spent like 8 years in school, right? So let's say you finish secondary school at 16, and you spend 8 years in school. That's almost half
Your
of your young.
youth,
Exactly.
your
So
youth.
if you don't do any of the things you like to do, you realize that, oh, you
Get
finished school,
old.
you've graduated, and then
And there's a difference actually between those who involve themselves in extracurricular activities. Sorry to say to anybody that is a doctor that is watching, and those who don't. There's always a difference. And I can tell. I don't, it's not like I don't need a litmus paper to say blue turn to pink, pink turn. No, acid and base. No, no. I just know she knows.
it's true.
When you see them, you just
Sometimes
know.
even when you interact with people, like
Yeah.
because you got to interact with people, not everybody is going to be in your field.
And they'll be pouring stuff.
Do you get? Not
They'll be
everybody is going to be in
saying
your
things.
field. And it's not mutually exclusive. I'm glad I'm having Ifeoma here because Ifeoma is like an extraordinary student. So
An extracurricular student,
and then she also has an extracurricular life.
Yeah.
So it's
Extra
not as if
student.
so it's not as if, oh, these people are saying this thing because
They have graduated.
do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's very, very achievable. It's just being able to like find a balance. You know that you're primarily here because of your academics. Do you understand? You will not now say, oh, I'm interested in dancing. I want to go and take a ballet class and I have a test. The test can wait. After all, my life is not all about. Do you understand? You'll not really be okay. Like people looking at you like, are you normal? Exactly. So
And
having
it's expensive, so you cannot be wasting your money like that.
dental school is very expensive. It's very, very expensive because especially I don't know about other schools. I don't know how they do it, but where we trained,
In port.
expensive. It's not cheap. Of course, expensive is relative, but Isha, to cost you.
No, for everybody it's expensive when we enter into school. You know, we start learning with medicine, nursing, and physiology and anatomy. Year 2, nursing might not leave us, anatomy will leave us with medicine. We're still in this idea, this hula ball. Year 3, we're still with medicine. Year 4, we're still with them. We have this idea we're together. We're actually together.
Because we learn together, we literally write
Then
the same
in year
exams.
5, that's when you realize that if we're not together.
We wrote how many MBs in year 5? 2.
Yeah.
Medicine and surgery, and then preclinical dentistry MB. You now enter dentistry.
Yeah.
Before you
So what I'm saying is, you keep being with people until you now realize this is me now and the thing. But that time, if you did not make any, like if you're not a good person to, like you don't form bonds easily, you're going to have a lot of issues. You now go to year 5, they now remain me and a few others struggling for what you don't understand, cutting things you've never cut in your entire life, drilling hole. So it's a lot. Some days some people come back after cutting some things that they are cutting and they are in tears, they are crying because they can't believe that they've just cut something and it looks not like what is needed. You look at it, you will say, Jennifer, come and see this. I don't cut rubbish. It looks stupid. Like they can even grade themselves. I don't know about dental schools everywhere, but dentistry in Nigeria.
With respect to like she said now, from year 1 to year 2, year 3, year 4, and even some part of year 5, you're basically doing medicine. With your medicine counterpart. Then you get into dentistry proper. Okay, so Ifeoma, what is this dentistry proper? What does it entail? What is this journey like?
Okay. Dentistry proper begins at about year 5, half of year 5 in Uniport. We do stuff called oral biology. When we begin we start something that starts to look like our year 3 course, which is histology and embryology. We'll now do something that looks like physics. It's called science of dental materials. We talk about
Tensile
creep,
strength,
tensile strength,
thermal
Hooke's law,
expansivity.
thermal expansivity, mechanical strength, mechanical expansion. This thing is studying dental materials. Like every material goes put in somebody's mouth. You're studying it per how ductile it is, like a wire. You're studying what's the force.
Malleability, yes.
What's like it took me back to
Compressive
physics as
strength.
year 1. And like I would say, you have to marry it. It's not just the physics, you have to marry it with what is there. Then you now go to one that's you're molding, you're drawing teeth with soap. She knows what I'm talking about. You use knife to be
Carve it, you
yeah,
carve it,
you carve a
make it
tooth
look
with
like a
soap.
tooth.
And we're all struggling with it. Like there were people that were good with it, and you'll be like, how are you good in this thing? Teach me. This is what I'm talking about. You meeting your classmates teach you. They will have their secrets. They'll have the stuff that makes their own look better than your own. And if you're not attentive, you're like,
I have it all figured out. It's going to be
I'm
really
smart.
hard.
You're not going to work out well. So after that time, we leave and we go to the dentistry proper. In dentistry proper, there are 5 core departments in this school.
And some of them have 2 in 1.
Yeah, and there's a good thing about me. It's not like I'm going to give a testimony. Is that I don't have a course that's my best course. I just find a way of getting to all of them. I don't
So
know.
you don't have a favorite course?
I don't have any course that I would die on the hill. I must make it. Nah, I just want to make it everywhere. I don't know how. Just make it everywhere. I feel like it helped me a lot. Don't come with the mindset of I like only OMS, or don't come with the idea that I don't like science of dental materials. I hate restorative. Please don't talk to me about restorative. Have
You
an
can't do
open
without them,
mind.
yes. So you have to pass
Have
this
an
one to actually
open
pass the
mind.
class.
Have an open mind. Come, do your best. Leave each department in dentistry or leave each year with something. I left year 4 with a drug book. Books I still read. Ask her. I still have my books of year 4 that I go to, like adverse effect of drugs. I don't go to textbooks. I've written it in my handwriting. So why am I going to a textbook? My notes, I keep them just for me. Ask her, I use sellotape for my notes.
Like two different notes, you
I
glue
will
them together.
sellotape it.
Or 3 notes then.
These notes are just oral pathology. And the truth is, I go back to them, I read them. People don't realize that. People think that I'm just doing it because of primary school. But no, they say, man, know
Thyself.
thyself. You're not here for anybody. I'm the first person doing this in my entire family. So it's me now that will not be telling someone else. Like I'm telling you guys what to do. So please, every department in dentistry, take it seriously. They are so interrelated that you can even refer somebody from prosthodontics to OMS.
Oral and maxillofacial
From
surgery.
oral maxillofacial surgery, they will send the person back to preventive, that's periodontology. From periodontology, the person will go back to, so this is how you're just moving. As a child, you start with child dental health. You now go to restorative, that's the main. Then if you have any surgery or anything, they'll take that your tissue or sample to oral pathology. So
It's very
like a
related.
circle, but just have an idea of all. That's my own.
Yeah, I wanted to add something. Like when she was saying, don't come with the mindset of like it's not as if you shouldn't have any like there are people that like a particular thing because like people that all these artistic people they are very likely to like prosthodontics because
Yes.
that's where your skill comes into play basically. But that doesn't mean that like just like she was saying, you shouldn't dislike one course because if you dislike any course, you're going to
It's going to tell on your
it's
scores.
going to tell on your scores like, because you just be struggling with it basically. Just but if you have an open mind, that open mind is what's going to give you like the positive energy. Yes,
I can do it. Then,
actually
like I keep
helps.
saying, in the end, there's a prayer I keep saying. I'm a good Christian. Every single time before my Bible, I'm telling you all my secrets now. That's what I say before
Ifeoma,
my.
so guys, I know you might still have some other questions. You
Yeah.
can always leave them in the comment section. We'll do well to respond to all of them. And I hope this helps you. Like dentistry is a long journey, right? Actually, any course you want to study, it's going to be demanding, it's going to be tasking, especially if you want to be an exceptional student. Sometimes we get an orientation that, especially in medical school, like sometimes if people come to talk to you and they tell you it's only 50, don't go and kill yourself. It's only 50. It's a lie. It's not only 50. Because if you set the bar because like if you tell yourself it's just 50 I need to pass, you could score 48, you could score
I'm telling you, and
49.9
you're going to
and
fail.
you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But how about you tell yourself I really want to like hit the
Pass.
ground running. I want to like do exceptionally well. chances are you may not be able to get a distinction.
70.
Yeah. So if you're watching this video now and you've had people who told you it's just 50, you're not
50
trying
is
to
hard.
you're not trying to
50 is hard. That 50 that they're
get
telling is hard.
distinction. At the end of the day, that 50 before
It's
you get
hard.
it, before you get. But if you put yourself, like, if you set the bar really high and then you're looking at, okay, I want to do very, very well, so you're not
Even if you
now
don't do very, very well, you're
exactly
going to
you're
pass.
exactly you're sure
You're
you're
always
going
going
to
to
pass.
pass. Always.
Exactly. So these are like some of the things that they told us then, and you just feel like, is it not 50? Yeah. Especially if you're coming from secondary school and you feel like, I'm good now, it's just 50. Yeah, it cannot be that
You'll be
bad.
disappointed.
You'll be utterly, like, very, very, very disappointed. Very, very disappointed. So I just feel like if you're going to do this, put in your best in it. It's okay if you want to do business. It's okay if you want to go into tech, YouTube, influencing, whatever it is you want to do. It's still very okay. I mean, the world is large enough for all of us. But I used to tell a friend of mine who also does business, like, we have a limited time to spend here. You could choose to, when you get this degree, do anything you want to do with it, exactly, and pursue your business career. But for as long as we are here, like,
Just focus.
exactly. And I feel bad because some of these things I only came to the realization like much later in my journey. So it's really, really important, and you can't do this on your own. You can't do this on your own. You need to pray. You need God. Like, there are times you read for something. In fact, sometimes the other day, that time we were praying for Bible, we were saying that most of the things you read before your
You will not come out.
if I imagine that my own was the reverse, like almost everything. You remember CDH that I was reading anticipatory guidance? That was the question I picked. I just picked up the paper like this. Describe an anticipatory.
You see what I'm talking about? People
So
are lucky.
different for different
So better
people.
be reading your book like me.
Exactly. Sometimes they tell you you're going to write leave MB. MB is residual knowledge. If you have not read, where is the residual going to be? There won't be any residual knowledge. It's what you have read that you can now go
No
back.
rest for the stuff left.
No, really. So all these things, I feel like some of them are really wrong ideas that are being sold to younger colleagues. So, and even the ideas of people don't ever make distinction in this course. So you already come with a blocked mind. Your mind, let me just do my 50 and go. Yeah. But then you meet people, and then some of them they're really broken.
I don't know how they get distinctions. Yeah. I see some of
they're
them like,
telling you that
wow.
nobody can score past a certain.
Telling you,
and
people cannot get more than 70. People
You
are
now
having
write a
75,
test. Exactly.
78,
Somebody
80. What I will keep saying is every single score in medical school is achievable. There's no score I think that is not. Except 100 over 100. I think nobody has done that. But you would not do it. You would not have the 100.
It's very
there are some scores that the lecturers will say is for examiners. You will not take examiners score.
So guys, I really hope someone who is listening to this is going to be able to get the inspiration, the strength, and be able to navigate through the
Please DM her. She has more information than you can think.
Guys,
she's an ocean of knowledge.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you found it really helpful, please share with your friends, your younger ones, intending undergraduates, especially people who want to study dentistry in Nigeria, especially medicine. Yeah. So whatever it is, and if there was something in this video that really resonated within you, please, I'd like to see it in the comment section. If you're also a graduate or you're an undergraduate and you're going through your own journey and there are things you've learned that you'd like to share, please do well to also leave it in the comment section. Thank you so much, Ifeoma. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. I can't wait for my induction. See you there.
All right, guys. Bye-bye. See you later.